Hi guys, so you are going to be listening to a book called The Library. It is by Sarah Stewart and the pictures are by David Small. Um, a child or another student just like you is going to be reading this on the next link that you're going to be clicking on. But I just want to go over some vocabulary and kind of what this book is about. As you can tell from the cover, this girl loves books. I mean, she has a wagon with a bunch of books. Some are falling out, and look how she's walking. She has a book straight to her face. There's no way she can see where she's going, but I can tell, and I'm noticing that she loves books. And the title of this book is The Library, so she must really love books, and she must be getting those books from the library. Well, no, she's not getting the books from the library. She's buying all of these books, and you're going to figure out why this book is called The Library at the end. But before you listen to the book, I want you to just go over some vocabulary with me. The first is that Elizabeth Brown learns to read at an incredible rate. When she's learning to read at an incredible rate, that means that she's learning to read very quickly. And I'm noticing she's very tiny, she's small, and look at this crib down here. Even in this photo, I'm noticing that this little baby is reaching for books. So she learned to read at an incredible rate, or really quickly. The next vocabulary I want to go over is that she sat in her classes and doodled on a pad, adrift in dreams of entering a reader's Olympiad. Now, a reader's Olympiad reminds me of something called the Olympics, and the Olympics are an athletic competition where you find who is the best athlete in the world. So I'm wondering what a reader's Olympiad would be. Maybe that would be a contest to see who's the best reader. So she's thinking about those contests instead of what she should be doing in class. And you're noticing the teacher is looking down over to see what she's doing, and she's clearly not doing what's expected. The next word I want to talk about is really on the next page. So she's at school, and this is a school, it's called a boarding school, where your parents kind of drop you off, and your teachers are the ones who look after you for the amount of time you spend there. So your parents aren't there, you don't go home every day, you go home to something called like a dormitory where you just have a room, and then you kind of live at school. That's the best way to explain it. You live at school. So she has tons of books, and this is her school, and she gives out her books, and she manufactured library cards, which means that she made library cards herself. So she made library cards, she handed them out to her friends, and when her friends said, hey, I want to borrow a book, she would take the library card, just like if you were at a library, and she would write down your name and write down the books you take. Now, one more word on this page. She checks out books to friends, and then she shocked them with her midnight raids to collect the books again. I remember talking about midnight at school. Midnight is, if you remember, it is 12 a.m., which is in the middle of the night. That's why it is called midnight. So she goes and gets her books at midnight, which is the middle of the night. And I'm thinking, and I'm going, I don't think anyone's awake, which is why it's very frustrating to her friends. Now, the further we get along, the further we realize she loves books. She is then going to realize that she has way too many books. Look at that. They're overflowing on the page itself. Look at her, that's her house. Her house has too many books. So she is going to go down to City Hall, and she is going to ask for a form for donations. Now she's going to donate all of her books. And when you donate something, that means you give it away for free and you don't expect anything in return. So you're not expecting anyone to pay you, and you're not expecting anyone to give you anything else. That is what a donation is. And she's going to donate all of these books. And you're going to find out where those donations go. So I hope you enjoy the library. Please click on the next link and then come back to Class Dojo to answer your question.